we move to the top, we're rising. From undercover, future wealth providing. Bringing together men and women with knowledge. We stay vibing like the kids in college. Creating new lanes, showing no pity. Unity wins, this is for our kids. We knew Jax Citi. Yeah. We knew Jax Citi. Yeah. We knew Jax Citi. Yeah. They call us New Jax Citi. Yeah.
Welcome to Elite Conversations.
This podcast is brought to you by New Jax Citi Capital. I'm the president, Ira Evans.
And I am Ericka Cook, vice president of New Jax Citi Capital.
So what is New Jax Citi Capital? So New Jax Citi is based out of Duval, yes. Jacksonville, Florida. So we rep in the Jacksonville, Florida area. And pretty much how New Jax Citi came apart, me and the vice president here, Ericka, we had a vision. And the vision was really based on, okay, how can we teach the community based off of what we're doing? And so what we do, we specialize, we do wholesaling, we buy and hold, and then we buy rentals. And for the most part, Ericka, what you think it consists of?
So New Jax Citi Capital, just like my bro just explained to you, what did we discuss? When we discussed New Jax Citi Capital, we thought about what can we do as individuals, because we're individually doing it ourselves, but what can we do as a team to bring generational wealth to our families, the city, and things like that. So what we came up with, why don't we, me and him, get together and get the top wholesalers in Jacksonville, a few, it's still more out there, the top wholesalers in Jacksonville, and get together and form a team or an organization where we out there and we're buying a city, whether it's single family homes, whether it's wholesaling, whether it's multifamily, whatever we need to do, we're gonna come together, because it's always better as a team. The more people involved, the more we can buy. So that's pretty much a snippet of what New Jax Citi has to offer the city.
Cool, so my vision is like your vision, right? Correct. So at the end of the day, I know we started from the wholesaling company,
correct,
wholesaling platform.
Yep.
And based off us, the wholesaling platform, we end up turning wholesaling into investing.
Yes.
Investors ourselves. So we also want to know, how can we incorporate investors to be an investor with us as well? And we pretty much just put it together. It was just really a vision that we kind of came up with. And so based off, Ericka, what the system and the company is built off of, what is your contribution that you're currently doing in the city right now?
What am I doing in the city? So right now, I am actually the owner of E&A Realty Investments. I own that with my husband, my family. And what we're doing right now, we currently have a couple of rentals. We have some wholesale deals going. We're starting on new construction. We're just building our family so that our girls can have generational wealth in the near future.
Cool.
So yes.
So to piggyback off of that, so a little bit about my pretty much involvement into real estate. As she says, she's backing her and her husband backing their company. So my wife and I, we're backing Big Home Solutions. And what BIG stand for is Brothers in Christ. And we pretty much are real estate innovators. And what innovators to me means is pretty much is nothing in real estate that I can't do. It's putting pretty much monopoly on steroids.
Correct.
So anything with the dollar, I can make it move, make it shake, as we call it, or make it bake a little bit too. So, but for the most part, I just like investing. I don't believe in money being saved and sitting in the savings now at this point in my life. And by me being 34 years old, it was just really about, as I get deeper into the real estate wholesaling, how can I pretty much make my wholesale money that I'm making, what can I make it do?
Right.
And then I just turned investor. And so in the midst of me making that decision, I started sourcing my own deals, and we started investing in our own deals. And then it turned into where I'm selling Ericka majority of my deals as well, and we just sending deals back and forth. And so I was like, okay, cool. I think we can form a team behind what we're trying to do. And so as she said, we started a team around wholesalers and everybody in the real estate industry, even photographers.
Yes.
this is probably formed this big Duval whole movement. And since we started it, it's been like amazing. It's been a blessing.
Yeah.
And needless to say, what my part is, what I currently do, I come from a construction background for the most part, and ran from it, and it hit me in my doorstep. And long story short, I buy a lot of apartment complexes. Me and my partner of mine, my brother-in-law actually, we buy apartment complexes and we buy houses just to fix and flip them.
Yeah.
And we actually kind of organically walked into not using our own money and using other investors' money. OPM, that's the best thing to change your life. Other people's money to pretty much move the wealth. So pretty much as we learned the OPM strategy, it pretty much turned the whole nother sideways. It put the car on a three-wheel motion type situation.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we just do a lot of money movement, man. Just money movement. We just be vibing with the money, collaborating on deals. And so with Ericka, what do you think our next, as we got a lot of stuff up and coming, what do you think as far as the next big vision as New Jax Citi continue to grow? What do you think like we can pretty much do as far as the next big move? Where do you see the next big move going from?
So I think that for New Jax Citi as a whole, my goal for our team collectively is not only buying the city, but also I think we need to focus on what we can do for the city. That's why we came together.
Yeah.
So we have people out here that come up to us all the time and they want to know how to get it started. What do I need to do to buy a home, buy a rental property? What do I have to do to leave generational wealth for my kids, my family? So I think our next project is getting out there in the community, figuring out what is the stop for people that haven't bought, have them come to our mixers, come to our meetings, network, get cards, get business cards, get to know each other. Because what a lot of people don't know about the real estate industry is, or actually in Jacksonville, the community, is that it's a lot of people out here that are in the industry or in the community that does real estate, whether it's on a behind the scene level or whether it's in the forefront. So we come together as a community and we help others that want to learn, then that would be better for the whole community. So what I see New Jax Citi Capital doing is, especially for our mixers or our classroom sessions, getting together, showing the people, hey, you too can buy a house, and this is what you need to do to buy a house, whether it's to fix the house, whether it's to flip the house, whether it's to rent it out to a family friend, whether it's to, I had a lady come to me and say, you know, one of the things that I want to do once I learn how to get into real estate is I would like to, they have a foster care system, and one of my main goals is to those kids who get 18 and don't have family or they didn't get adopted at the time they were in the system, I would like to have a place for them to go, you know, at the end. And I thought, wow, you know, no one's doing that. So it's just a different ideas that people come up with and us bringing their vision to light. So that's where New Jax Citi come in. We know the lenders. We get the property. We're some of the top wholesalers in Jacksonville. I say that again. So we get the properties. We know the lenders. So all of that in one is going to make it where if you come to us, you say, okay, I want a house. I want to make it a rooming house for individuals that are in the streets. Okay, this is what you have to do. We'll show you how to acquire the property from us, whether it's show you how to get it yourself or whether you purchase it from us. And then the next thing you do, we'll get you in contact with the lender. And what the lender is going to do is show you how to fund. And it, you know, every deal is going to be different.
Everyone different.
Every deal is different. And like Ira always said, it's a number thing. As long as the numbers work, that's his favorite word. And now with me being a buyer, I most definitely understand that it is always about the number. Every deal is going to be different, but what's unique about New Jax Citi is, and my group is, a lot of us in here are buying, a lot of us have rentals, and we are problem solvers. So we're going to come up with unique ways for you to acquire that property. So in the future, I see a bunch of success stories. I see 2022 being amazing for the community, being amazing for New Jax Citi, for the team as a whole, for our organization, you know, our goal is to acquire property in the downtown area. So we're going to be in the downtown area. You're going to see us walking around, looking at abandoned buildings. You're going to see our faces all over billboards, radio stations, TV. Like, our goal is to get out there in the community so people know they can come to us open arms, and we're going to be here to assist you.
Cool, that's dope. That's dope. So to piggyback off Ericka, the good thing, like, the sum of this is real estate is creative. It's like so many creative ways that we're able to get a deal. We're able to get a deal done based off the wholesaling strategy. And obviously, you know, as we came in as wholesalers, you're kind of forced to learn what is the motive we can do to help the person that we're trying to help. In this case, the seller. So it ain't all about just, you know, just getting it and selling it. Well, what if you can't wholesale it? What if you can't make a fee off of it? Like, what is the next strategy you're gonna bounce to, or what is your backup? So it kind of, for me at least, it forced me to kind of get creative, become a problem solver. And in most companies, you know, what is the solution? And then by just having those theses pretty much come to mind, okay, look, if I know I ain't able to make a fee off of it, or a lump sum of money, how can I break that up over time? And then you just start learning creative ways. And then as you transition into wholesaling, it just puts you in a whole nother stage of, now I'm buying. And that's, for me, it was like buying, you know, you was the first person to challenge me, look, here's my first deal. I just bought. I know you don't trust people, but trust me, like, go buy your first deal. So when I hit that first deal, it was like this dude right here, we running. We running, so we out there. And so as I did that, relationships, and then me getting back on that journey as far as knowing my why. Why am I doing this? Because the money was packing up. All the money was there. I was making the money, but it still felt okay. Somewhere along that journey, I got off of my vision and my why. And I realized I was wholesaling, and I was giving these investors all this money. Well, how can I make it a win-win by me being a previous team player? How can I make it a win-win? So I can use investors' money, they can get a return on their money, and I can buy the property for myself, and all that's eat, and then the seller sell the house. So, and then many creative ways as we continue to embark on this journey in New Jack City is mainly just the investment platform that allows wholesalers, investors, and new beginners to pretty much capitalize off of our vision, and at the same time you get investment off your money. And from single family to commercial properties. So it's technically, in our eyes, there's no limit, there's no giving up, and for me, giving up is not an option. It's just figuring out how to do it, when to do it, and for the most part, trusting somebody to do it. Trust somebody to do it, because at the end of the day, I like being in an executive position. As we continue to learn, obviously as we transition into humble bosses, for the most part, we just trying to figure out how to micromanage, and that'll put us to where we're able to build on our business. And also now, with this new space in New Jack City, to him who much is given, much is required. And as we pretty much leveling up, it's a lot that's going to come, and I think that's when we formed this. I know when we picked the team that's backing us, because there's more to it than just us. You only see us. And over this course of New Jack City, which is now, it's not like a one-time stop show. You'll see the backing that we have is pretty much who pretty much is our backseat drivers, and just helping us guide and stay on this journey of just being the best we all can be. And when we put this team together, I remember you sending out all the messages to the important people. And it wasn't just like, hey, look, this is what we're doing. Like, it was like a commitment. And the big organizations that pretty much has formed New Jack City, it has been like a blessing because of the roles that everybody has took part in. It's been like I was telling my brother today, I was talking to him, actually with my best friend, and I was telling him, I said, man, if this is how a billionaire's company is ran, I said, I think I should have been doing this. But it's just having a good team, and then the loyalty and dedication that we have to each other, and mainly just us having that vision. Us being in sync, us being in line with each other. And because we can't have people who want to be in real estate, but then again, you want to be a full-time realtor. It's cool, but it's like, what is your end goal? Like, you don't want to be a realtor your whole life. So in the day, okay, what does that look like? So I'm definitely excited to see, you know, what's going to come from this, and just by us starting this, the city has shown nothing but love and support behind us. From city councilmen to
Mr. John,
to everybody. It's just it's been a humbling journey so far, which we kind of knew. We just want to express and show, like, okay, I went into hiding. I kept my I kept a lot of my education to myself.
Yes.
And then with your heart that you have, as far as all the knowledge I have, how can we come together? And it's time, like you said, it's time to shine the light in the dark.
Correct.
And so as we pretty much unwind all this free knowledge, literally free. We ain't charging y'all $30,000 or $40,000 or $50 to get. It's all about how can I help this next person get to their next level. And as we do that, with this level of education, I think God will bless us. He'll direct us, and then He'll just open up doors for us, you know, that would have took a normal person, you know, years to do. So I'm definitely excited on what it's got going. So I know we got a lot of projects going on.
We do.
You got quite a bit of them. So right now she buying majority. Right now you buying more than I am right now.
I am.
I got a lot of big projects I'm working on. So you stacking up your portfolio, getting money from investors and lenders.
I am.
And so for the most part, what we teaching and what we telling y'all is nothing that we're not doing.
Correct.
So everything that we releasing is literally what we doing, what we're standing in the paint. And we're not gonna bring a millionaire in to talk to y'all if he ain't a millionaire.
Correct.
So if you're trying to be a millionaire, you're gonna be talking to a millionaire.
Yes.
So for the most part, we just want to be transparent as possible, raw as possible. No secrets. The curtains are open. Our doors are open. I ain't gonna say you can walk in because you technically can't walk in yet.
Correct.
But it'll be there soon.
Yeah.
but for the most part, we pretty much just walking. We pretty much teaching what we preaching.
Yeah.
And
we are.
as we continue to do this, man, I'm definitely excited. And like I say, we got big things coming.
We do.
And from there, we should be good.
So just to piggyback off of that, what everybody needs to understand is, yes, we have the president here, we have the vice president here, but what makes up New Jax Citi is a team of a minimum of 10 LLCs. You know, I reached out, once me and Ira had the conversation, you know, I was like, let's just get everybody together, see who's on board. We had a few LLCs come back, and you'll see them on down the line while we make these podcasts for you guys. And everybody was ready to go. They ready to see Jacksonville turn into the city that you see in Miami or whether it's in Atlanta. But it's so much potential in Jacksonville, Florida. And we have a team here that is willing to go out in the streets, all these abandoned locations or whatever the case may be. We're willing to bring some life to the city. So I most definitely am excited. I'm going to put all the time and effort. My team is going to put all the time and effort. The only thing that we ask from the public or for the followers is that we take the time, we teach you, go out there, pay it forward, you know, come out to the mixers, come out to the class, learn all you can learn and put that knowledge to work. We want to see you guys succeed just as much as we are succeeding out here. Can you buy a house? No money down.
Yeah.
Can you buy a multifamily? Different exit strategies. Damn near, I'm sorry, I apologize, but no money down. Yes, all of this. It's so many different ways that you can acquire property in real estate, whether it's the Airbnb route, whether it's rentals. We are here to teach you that. So, like I said, follow us, New Jax Citi Capital. We're in the city. We're doing big things, and we want to bring you guys along.
So I got a question to ask, and everybody kind of say this about real estate.
Yeah.
Is there a niche in real estate? I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask you. So do you think it's a niche in real estate?
Do I think it's a niche? I think in real estate, everybody has to know their end game. Like when I say that is, just because you know you can go out and get rental properties and acquire rental properties, is that for you? Not necessarily. I was telling Ira and, you know, a couple of people about, you know, just to call my brother out. You know, he kept saying, like, I want to get into wholesaling. You know, I'm street. I don't know the way my lingo is. I just, I call somebody, I get cussed out. And you know what I did? I said, well, let me figure out what is your niche. And when I say your niche, what make you great in real estate. And now he started his, I put him in a few of my flips. What he did in my flips is he go in, he cleans out my flips, he knock down sheds, he do anything I ask, and now he started a whole business, and he's in real estate. So every time I acquire a property, I refer him to friends. Ira has used his service. We had a couple of people in the group that use his service, and that's just his niche. His niche is using that. But what I tell him about his niche is anybody can make a buck. We can go out here and do a wholesale deal, make 10K, 15K, but what you want to do is take that money and do something with it. So take that money, buy you a rental property with the money that you acquired from your from your dumping company, and then now you got rental properties. But you didn't get into real estate by doing wholesale. You didn't get into real estate by anything else. You started a business and you used the profit from that business to get the rental property that you always wanted. So that was your niche. My niche, wholesaling, is good, but now I'm 90% flipping, and everybody like, oh, well, when you gonna do wholesale? I'm wholesaling, but my niche is buying flips. Like right now, I try not to turn nothing down, but I know that wholesaling is the bread and butter. So when I say yes, I think there's a niche, and everybody got to find their niche. What do you think?
So I'm gonna be transparent. Like I said, this is a transparent platform.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's a niche. The reason why I don't think it's I don't believe in niches.
Yeah.
But in this case, I feel like a niche puts you in the box. Mm-hmm. And the only reason why I say it because I feel like just from my own personal experience, it's creative.
Yeah.
And I feel like because if the wholesale don't work, okay, you got subject to, you got lease options, you got the written that owns, and then you have all these other, these other ways of acquiring or solving a problem. I think, let's say if you're using your brother, I think it's pretty much your foot in the door to something better that you just don't see it yet.
Yeah.
And then in the midst of that, you may get a property, and then he may not want to buy it. He may sit to somebody else, but people always, as we bring him in or if we sharing knowledge, whatever, they can be like, man, he doing this, he teaching me, like, why can't I do this?
Correct.
And then now now you offer your niche, now you're in a whole different space from kind of where you started at.
Correct.
So I just think at the end of the day, just having an open mindset of pretty much how to solve the problem and try to compress the pressure as much as possible, because most people have a lot of barriers they have to cross as far as talking on the phone with sellers, or negotiating with buyers, or they feel like they don't understand what comps are.
Yeah.
And obviously we're going to get into all of that as this podcast grows, as far as what a deal looks like, how to digest the deal, and then what the money looks like as it come in, so you can help close the deal. We're going to go through and embark on all of those options. So for the most part, a person can understand what it looks like from the creative space, if a person is creative, because I'm understanding if a person is creative, or if a person is just trying to be, look, I just want to wholesale the deal.
Correct.
So we'll give them the best of both worlds, and I think, as you said, with also the team that we have that forms and shapes New Jax City, everybody have their own creative ways, and it's not like my way is the only way.
Right.
It's always about, okay, this is my way, this is your way, but at the end of the day, there's only one way to get to the end.
There's only one way.
And well, it's many ways to get to the end, technically. So I think that's a great thing about, our team, because my way may not work, your way may not work, but we got like about other LLCs, and so you may think, oh, it's a lot of LLCs, so it's really not a lot of LLCs. So there's a lot of structure that comes with putting a company like this together.
Correct.
And you have a board. In this case, I was on as a board of five members, and then we have about eight other LLCs that they play as executives. And what that is pretty much we consult about a project or property, and then in this case, if a decision can't be made, the board makes the final decision. Yeah. And each LLC has their important role that they play in our pretty much in our business, in our company. And when I say important role, which means specific role that they're in target, from secretary to property management to all these other different spaces that will unravel as, like I said, as the podcast goes on. Everybody has a sector and a role, and by me being a previous athlete, and being a part of a team, football team since I was 5.
Yeah.
In order to have a big mission, you cannot do nothing alone. Especially at this level of education, you have to have a team that is going to pretty much surround you and back you or support you. Not only that, just be a part of your vision and your mission.
Well, what about New Jax Citi that makes us different than what everybody else is doing?
Oh, so we black owned. Number one, we black owned. Correct. And we are very, very, especially me. My in-laws is white, so none of y'all can call me racist. So we're black owned, number one, which is a big statement because obviously in our culture, just to be transparent, a lot of our culture lacks education. And really that's the basis of what New Jax Citi is.
Correct.
How can we provide value and education to our communities?
Yeah.
We're not saying there's not other communities out there that don't have what black have.
Right.
It's just the fact that, you know, representing us as our culture, a lot of people don't have that confidence.
Correct.
To pretty much, you know, go and ask somebody, hey, look, how can I buy this house? Or what is this and what is that in real estate? Or what is real estate? Some people don't know what real estate is.
Correct.
But the main thing is just the financial literacy and education that we want to bring into our culture. Anybody, I ain't going to say specify our culture, but anybody.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when we get, you know, different cultures that come as we sing to our events.
Yeah.
But really just the financial literacy. But us being black owned definitely is going to help because we're going to be able to attract a lot of people. For instance, as I shared at our mixer, our culture can easily get intimidated, which means if we have a different race that's holding the meetup mixer, we may walk in and it's not the race, it's just the confidence that we don't have as walking into a setting of people who are millionaires, people who are doing better than us. A lot of people feel like I don't belong in this room.
Yeah.
I felt that way. You know, I could say I can speak for that. I felt that way, but it took overconquering that fear to pretty much get past that threshold of saying, you know what, I can do this or I can be like them.
Yeah.
And that's what led New Jax Citi to what it is now as we embark on this journey. But we're black owned. Number one is we're going to provide a lot of free education. I don't know nobody who give away free education right now. And you just can't beat it. Free education helped us get to where we are, that we just want to give back to the community. And being black owned, free education, knowledge kind of goes with that. Just that dog mentality. Just having that dog mentality. You being a female, you have a extraordinary dog mentality. Because I done seen you put up stuff that I wouldn't want to put up with, from contractors taking your money to just people taking advantage of kind heart. But I think we just have that dog mentality of just, you know, giving up is not an option. Yeah. So we're going to find a way, we're going to make a way. We're going to make a way. And at the end of the day, if New Jax Citi was to ever, ain't no say was to ever, if anything was to ever come try to shake New Jax Citi, we got a solid foundation. Correct. But I think really just us wanting to see our city and back our city and bringing education in the real estate space of investing in real estate, how money works in real estate, and then use other people's money in real estate. Right. I think that's pretty much what's going to separate us as far as first focusing on our city and then what our goal and our mission and our value is here and then just letting God take it to wherever it takes us. I love it. For the most part. So.
Yes. I like it. I think what's going to make us unique as well is we, not saying that other organizations don't, but we value the community. Like, I know for a fact that the reason I am all for this, I am not a speaker for it, but if you tell me that me speaking to this one particular person or this one individual is going to make them have generational wealth or take them to the next level, I'm all for it. So one thing that's going to be unique about New Jax Citi is the different things that our team is coming together to do for you guys. We're behind the scenes. We're on late night calls trying to figure out, you know, when you come to our mixers or when you come to our classroom settings, what are you learning? What are we doing different than other organizations to help you with the who, what, when, where, and why, or how? We're going to be the individuals that's taking the time to do that. Like, we're thinking of everything outside the box. We're thinking of questions that y'all might ask at the classroom sessions that, you know, we think that you don't know, or any of the questions from when we first got started. What was some of the hows, and, you know, just just the extraordinary stuff that's going to help you guys out. We want you guys to stop selling your grandma house. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep the land. We're going to figure this out as a team, as a community. So I think that is what makes New Jax Citi Capital different from others. And then just a special shout out to Mr. John. Mr. John is a guy that he came to our mixer and he see our vision. And ever since then, he's been hooking us up with all these extraordinary people in the city. And it's just the resources that we have out there that we ourselves didn't even know exist.
Didn't even know.
And it's just from us having a conversation. So shout out to Mr. John Wench. Shout out to Richard. It's just so many people out there in the doing. It's so many people that we seen at our first mixer that started way back that said like, hey, I wish that when I started that we had this same type of organization to help us get started. So that's all we doing. We changing up the dynamics and making it a little bit easier for the culture, for the community. We are here for y'all. You know.
Everything that she said, but I'll sum it up. Please know that we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. No. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel because a lot of stuff we're doing, there are a lot of great people that's out there elaborating on it. A lot of people, a lot of great people that's pretty much walking through the same thing that we're doing. Only thing we're trying to do with our wheel, we're trying to swag it up a little bit, put some rims on it a little bit, throw a little bit of tie shine on it a little bit. Just swag it out a little bit. Yeah. That's pretty much what we're doing. So a lot of the concepts we're doing is self-explanatory. It's common sense. You can find it on any platform. Correct. At the end of the day, we just have our own vision, like every company does. We have our own why, and then we know where our why is, and for the most part, we're all in line and in tune. When I say we, it's the New Jax Citi team. Yeah. We're all in line with the vision of what we can do as a unit than as individuals, which a lot of us are representing our individual companies, but we're just bringing all our minds, our knowledge, our education, our backgrounds, our talents together and just creating a powerful movement that is going to impact the city, and then if it impact the world, that's great. But we have to have a place to start. So really that's all we do. We're just trying to swag it out a little bit with our own little taste, and we got a little tricks to the trade that we do to get deals done for the most part. But as we continue to do this and set the tone, I think let's just see what God got. But at the end of the day, relationships is the key. Correct. Staying true to the game. Correct. And for the most part, just loving what we do. Right. And having a passion for what we do. And so, and just to make sure, so you guys can stay tuned and keep up to date what we got going on. So we have a private Facebook group. We do. And in order to get into the private Facebook group, you got to kind of join our membership. And our membership, $25, and what that $25 is going to give you is going to give you access to all of our deals. Yep. So when I say all of our deals that's never going to hit a realtor's hands. They're never going to go through a broker's brokerage. Everything is specifically off market. It's going to give you access to us to get knowledge and education, private, direct to us situation. It's going to give you open availability to our calendar as far as what we got rolled out for the month. And also, we're going to be rolling out some more fancy stuff that I don't want to reveal yet. And then we'll have some meetups that'll be held in the city, in our Jacksonville area. So if you're coming from California, you come from Miami, Orlando, Georgia, Israel. I got a lot of buddies in Israel. Yeah. Wherever you at, we'll be here planning in the city, and we'll have monthly meetups. If we have room, maybe two, but right now we got a monthly meetups. We'll have the trainings. We'll have a lot of good stuff for the most part that we're going to pour into you guys, and make it a win-win for all of us. So if you got investors who want to invest with us, you can join the membership because we're switching the whole dynamics. We're getting away from the email blasting. Yep. We're getting away from just the normal corporate America of wholesaling and just investing. So in order to get access to us, New Jax Citi deals, New Jax Citi team, you got to join our monthly membership. Well, monthly membership, or you can pay for the year. But send out, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter will be coming for sure. We'll be on all social media platforms for the most part. And then
And then we got the YouTube.
Yeah, and then we got the YouTube coming, so we can't forget about the YouTube.
Yes.
And then I'm only 34, so we gonna stay up to date. we ain't gonna get away from the movement. So
Yes.
so we up to date. So everything anything that you can reach out to as a contact, we'll be on it. You can have it, and we'll just make it accessible. But in order to get to us, you gotta join our membership, and it's $25 a month or pay for the year.
Correct. Follow us at New Jax Citi Capital, Instagram, Facebook, New Jax Citi Capital. It's all private, so you will have to request to come in. We will have like 3 questions that you have to respond to, but that's about it. As long as you're an active member and as long as you're paid up, and we'll make sure that we accept your invitation to join the group.
All right, Ericka. So it's been a blast, man. Just sitting here explaining, what the vision New Jax Citi Capital is, and what it is to come as well, as we embark on this journey.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, it's been a great elite conversation.
Yeah.
For New Jax Citi, and so you guys stay tuned for the next episodes. It's a lot more to come. A lot of different people who will be coming and showing their face, from our lenders to a lot of good people we'll be having just to pretty much show their face. So it's going to be less of us and more of them.
Yeah.
For the most part, and then whatever y'all need, just stay tuned. Follow us on all those social media platforms. Again, like Ericka said, all of them. And so New Jax Citi Capital is going across the whole board. So we're going to change the tune, change the dynamics, and as my best friend say, set the bar, elevate, and educate. I love it, and then that's what we're going to be doing.
Stay tuned. This has been Elite Conversations.
I'm Ira.
I'm Ericka.
See y'all next time. Deuce.
Silently move to the top, we're rising. From undercover, future wealth providing. Bringing together men and women with knowledge. We stay vibing like the kids in college. Creating new lanes, showing no pity. Unity wins, this is for our kids. We New Jax Citi. Yeah. We New Jax Citi. We New Jax Citi. Yeah. They call us New Jax